What's good people? Let's let's talk. Hey, let's talk. Let's just have a conversation today. Hey, first off, let me start by saying if you guys want to listen to many more military influencers, go to paradedeck.com. Once again, that is something that I am a part of, and there's a lot of people on there that talk about things that I talk about. Once again, that's paradedeck.com. Thank everyone for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for leaving a comment. Those who left a comment, I've been gone for well since probably December of last year, right? Think so. I'm not really sure. We're just talking today. Hey man, happy New Year. First off, happy New Year. Happy 2024. If it's something that you're looking forward to in this year, something that you want to do, I hope you achieve that thing which you want, not the next person. I'm saying you. But at the end of the day, within me saying that, if you have something that you feel that you need to do in that moment, don't say or put a number or a day in which that thing needs to be done. Just start doing it right there. Right there. Hey man, if like the guest, okay, the part of the show, I talk about transition and a lot of other things that us as veterans or civilians, because veterans are not the only people that deal with things in this world. I could put it like that. We're not the only people that deal with things. So I think like civilians can get a lot of takeaways with what we talk about because we transition and go through certain things that I talk about on this podcast all the time. So if you're a veteran, you want to be a guest on this show, and you want to share your story, please, by all means, reach out. VetsLet'sTalk.com. I don't get paid to get on here and do this, and I'm a touch on that in a minute after I get done saying this. I don't get paid to do this, so would it be nice to be paid to do this? Yes. Is that a driving point for a lot of people that continue to do their podcast? Yes. A lot of the times, a lot of podcasts, and a lot of people do these days are opportunities to do other things as far as like speak on stage. And that's ultimately the end game of this. This will never stop. Even though it's on YouTube, it's on all other platforms. This will never stop. This will continue. Even if I never reach the stage, this will never stop. Because I think it's some people out there that needs to hear certain things as far as being uplifted so they can feel like some sense of norm. This gives me a sense of normalcy. I get on here and I talk to people or talk to a person because that one person, it brings many, you know? So I had a hard time getting back in motion because, getting paid to do something is like people, they go to work and they hate a job, but the caveat to that is getting up and they know they have a dollar sign attached to what they do. That's the hook. It keeps them going. So I had to get in my head and tell me it was purposeful. I felt like I was missing something when I'm not sitting here on this microphone talking to people, trying to share my story or talk to people about what I've been through. I haven't shared much of me on here. Like I was just on a podcast not too long ago, tapping into life with Matthew. He's a pretty cool person, pretty down to earth. I shared a whole lot of my story because military is just not one part of who I am. That's a huge part of what's taken place. But I just feel like it was a part of the destination. I had to make that stop in the military. It's like I think a lot of people got to get that into their system. It's just a part of your destination. So you shouldn't feel like just because you're not in a particular position as far as like your rank or society doesn't view you a certain type of way because you don't have that USA, behind the US Army or Marine or Navy, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard, etc. You don't have that attached to your person because that does give an individual sense of pride. Once you say that to an individual, and they're like, "Oh, well, thank you for your service." But I'm gonna tell you, there's perks to being a veteran. There's perks to being a veteran. I don't care if you or everybody. So okay, everybody's considered a combat vet if you deployed, right? But there are some veterans out there that does not consider you a combat veteran because you've never been in a combat situation. I don't know. A lot of you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna sit back and say your service, combat and not combat. I thank you. I thank you for your service because all hands had to shake somebody's hand in order for the pieces to move smoothly. Infantry can't do nothing without supply, can't do nothing without admin, can't do anything without cooks. Everybody, it's like it's a working system in place. So you don't look down on what somebody does because of their position and don't think that you're highly because you're out there and they're not. I sit back and tell you right now, I'm a cook. I've only been in the DFAC probably 4 months of the years that I served in the military, only 4 months. But I've been in combat. My first deployment, 14, 15 months out on the road. I don't know how many times I've been blown up. Hey, so if I sat back and said to you that I've seen more combat than some infantry guys, would that make me better or less than them because of their job title? But people have the tendency to get things a little bit mixed up in what the military is and what they do. Because at the end of the day, I just proved to you, you are a soldier first. Your MOS is always second. They need you, they gonna get you. And you gonna be a soldier before your MOS. But thank each and every one of you for your service and what you do. If you're in and you're dealing with problems, I'm telling you right now, seek help. No, you're not in combat or anything like that. But like I just said, if you're dealing with something, you need to go speak to somebody about what you're dealing with, regardless of what it is. Because one thing you don't want is to get out of the military and lose some sense of normalcy about yourself. Like, be honest with you, if you serve more than 3 or 4 years, normalcy is not normal for you, regardless, because you have a routine. Once you break routine, to a lot of soldiers, I mean, I think that's where they lose purpose because they don't know what to do because everything's mapped out. Everything has a command to it. So you mean to tell me I just have to go to a 9 to 5 and just come home and just be? I mean, military, you get up sometimes 4:30, get to format, get on base because you got to get out the door at a certain time because if you reach that traffic, oh boy, you're gonna be late for PT. So you hit PT, you find somewhere, gym room, take a shower because you got formation at 9. Once you hit that form, like, whew, it's a hard game because there's certain things that you have to keep in mind. I have to pass a PT test, and I have my job to do. And if you have soldiers, I have soldiers. I have equipment up under my name that's within the millions of dollars. All that has to be taken into account. Hey, resume. telling you, keep account of these things and know what to call it as a civilian. Like you had a hand receipt that had probably a Humvee. You in charge of that Humvee. You need to know what's under your name when you get it and when you sign for it and how to keep up with your supply, your layout. They lay out them connexes for a reason to keep account of what they have on hand and what's missing, what's not missing, and what they can deploy with. These things can all go on a resume, your leadership skills, all of that. All of that. How do you motivate or mentor an individual? All of that can be taken over into the civilian world and say, hey, I was a leader and I did this, and you prove yourself as such and continue to work and say, how can I climb this ladder? You ask questions. Don't just sit back and say, hey, I turned in my points. You can't do that no more as a civilian. When you become a civilian, you have to make yourself be known. Not, hey, I've been an E4 for so long. Can I put in my promotion package? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to meet the qualifications. It wasn't it wasn't that hard to reach E5. And it's not hard to reach E6. It's really not. It wasn't. I got a counseling statement for not wanting to go to the E6 board. But everything's attainable, man. Always be willing to reach the next level, whatever that level is to you. I know I'm talking too much. This was supposed to be a short video, but we just talking today. I mean, what do you guys want out of this year? I guess that's a question. If you reached this far within this video, what do you want? That being civilian, military, it doesn't matter. Police officer. Hey, let me talk about that real quick. Police. If you are a police officer, firefighter, ambulance, it don't matter. I think the public wants to hear what you guys go through. Because I think police officers are pretty much by far the most hated civil service members out there. And I think some people they need to hear from you. So if that's you, I think I'm gonna shoot a pretty much video about that because ain't too many of y'all gonna reach this far. But if you know somebody and you listening this far and they are a police officer and they want to share what they go through, like the ins and outs and why they think the way that they think, because at the end of the day, as an individual that was deployed and held a rifle, their thought process is not too far from somebody that's been deployed to a war zone. They're always on edge and they have to be very vigilant. So they don't know what's what or who's who. They don't have to be because you get the comments and people sit back saying they don't have to be as aggressive that they why do they have to? Their main thing is their safety. No, a lot of the stuff that they do, don't get me wrong. A lot of the stuff that they do, yeah, they should be held accountable for. And some training. But at the end of the day, their mindset, I have a wife, I have a kid that's dependent on me to make it home. This is just the mind into an individual in the military, regardless of it. Wife and kid. And I need to make it home at the end of the day. But back to my previous question. What are you asking for this year? What do you want? What are you looking forward to? I hope you made it this far in this video to answer those questions. And please answer them. You know what I'm looking forward to in this journey into becoming more of me. Yeah, I still have problems. I do. I'm gonna be very transparent. I still have my issues. I still have my problems. Sometimes, not even sometimes, I'm just tired, you know? I'm just tired. It just feels like I've been fighting for so long. I don't know who out there feels the same way, like mentally. I just been fighting, this fighting, this fighting, this fighting. But I'm gonna continue to keep up the fight. I got some people on my train on the cars behind me, you know. They look forward to see me be strong, you know, and to watching me do certain things as far as get up in the morning at about 5 or 6 o'clock and still working out. You know, I've reached some fitness goals. Like so, my normal is to just destroy my body in the gym room. 44 years old. A lot of people tell me I move pretty good for my age, but I'm in pain. My hip hurts, my back hurts half the time, my shoulders hurt. Do I love working out? Yes. Do I hate working out? Yes. Especially at this age. Am I gonna stop? Not unless I become crippled. Not unless I become crippled. I guess that for me, because I found something that keeps me in a particular place. Because if that wasn't there, I'm kind of like OCD with certain things as far as my time. So it's get up, read a little bit, go to the gym, come home, read a little bit, eat my meal, and do the things that I do within my day as far as getting things straight around here. I'm always out and about. I'm always willing to talk to somebody about some type of issue and get them to see a sense of care where they are. Do I have an answer to everything that they had that they're going through? No. I just help them see the problem and let them guide themselves through that. And I said the help thing earlier. I know I'm just rambling right now on going to seek help. A pastor, a doctor, or a coach, right? They're there to help you. They're there to help. Just listen to what I'm saying. They can't fix your problem. They're there to help you. Because that's why, and when you go to the doctor and you have a problem with it, whether it be mental or physical, well, try this pill. Maybe it'll help you. Or try this pill. Maybe, or let's go a different route. They're it's not an end all be all to what they have to offer you. It's not, hey, do this and this would help. You have to find something that keeps you going. Maybe they can put something in place for you. It's like, hey, they helped me figure this out. So I can probably keep pushing in this area to make this area a little bit stronger than what it was. We're just talking. We're just talking, y'all. But hey, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Once again, what are you guys looking forward to this year? What do you want out of this year? I know I was going to be saying something, but I forgot. I went down a rabbit hole. So, man, I'm looking to become a better me each and every day. I'm looking to become a better husband, looking to become a better father. And just like I just said, I'm trying to get more and more of a piece of me so I can give them that. Because if I don't have those areas in some type of place, there's no way in hell that I can give them a particular person that I need to give them. There's always time that needs to be had with the people you love. Hey man, I'm about to close out. About to close out. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and leave those dirty comments. I got a quote by Michael Jordan. Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it and go through it or walk around it. I think that's the main thing that we need to get to, learning how to overcome those obstacles. Best, let's talk. Who's up next with formation? Out.